let's see another example. So usually, sometimes you need to know what you are evaluating. Like in this case, it was pretty clear that, okay, here the annotators knew what they were evaluating, what is model 1, what is model 2. Also because the structure of the responses were very, very different, and they were familiar with those two models and the way they respond. Sometimes you want to run blind evaluations, and we also added support for that use case. And here, for this type of blind evaluation, what happens is that, let me show you, I have selected 3 different LLMs. So here you can add whatever LLM endpoints you have, for instance, on SageMaker, or upload, as in the previous examples, responses already generated outside of the tool. But what's different here for this template is the fact that when the users, any users, click on a task, the responses are randomized, and they will not be able to tell which response comes from which model, right? So they are randomized on the screen, and they don't have access, but this is true in general, they don't have access to the to see which model generated which response, right? So they go ahead, they read the text, they evaluate using the different criteria that applied to this use case, and then at the end, you have a specific type of analytics for LLM response comparison projects, where you see a model which won which was considered as better in most of the cases, and you can check for, occurrence of hallucinations. You see here, there was one occurrence where one response where those 3 models hallucinated. Majority of the responses, there was no hallucination, right? No citation errors, because this does not apply for this current project. And also, in terms of organization and coherence, you see that score, for instance, Claude scored 4 out of 5 in 7 documents and 5 in 2. And then you have a high-level overview of the quality of those 3 LLM endpoints for the specific task, according to all of those criteria, right? In terms of coverage and amount of information, relevance, helpfulness, and so on.